Hi, welcome to My Newtopia. I'm Mara, and this is Bo. Today is July 18th, 2017. I had VSG surgery on August 15th, 2016 in Greensboro, North Carolina by Dr. David Newman of Central Carolina Surgery. My highest ever recorded weight was 300 pounds. My surgery date weight was 250 pounds. My weight today is 187 pounds. Things are going okay now, but I gained a lot of weight. So, like the couple of days before my surgery, I weighed myself and I was 181. And about a week after my surgery, I weighed myself and I was 191. So, yeah, I had about a 10 pound gain in less than 2 weeks. And I have been thinking about what it was, what I'd done that would have made me gain so much and so fast. So there's a few things. Number one, I was eating protein bars. I was eating them because I needed to take food. I had needed to eat food so I could take pain medication and other things at different times of the day and night, and it was an easy thing to have by my bedside table. These are not, if you've watched my videos before, you know that I really don't like protein bars. They're really high in carbs. The ones that I have found that are not that high in carbs are really atrocious, like eating odd flavored cardboard. So I have stopped eating the protein bars, or I've definitely cut way back. I don't need them to take the medication anymore because I'm not taking pain medication, but because they're so high in carbs and stuff, I've become sort of addicted to them. So yeah, I need to cut that out. Unfortunately, I may be having another surgery before all that long, and I'll probably have to do it again, but at least I know what the problem is. Okay, number two, I started drinking alcohol. I don't know if this had anything to do with it, and it's not a lot of alcohol. I've had maybe 2 cups, like measuring cups, of alcohol in the last month. It was just one of those things. I hadn't been able to drink because I had been taking medication that I was supposed to not take, not have with alcohol. And I'd been taking that medication for over 10 years. So I hadn't had any alcohol for 10 years. And once I stopped taking that medication because of the weight loss, then I was like, oh, well, I can have alcohol again. And so I started drinking. I had 1 drink. I'm not drinking all the time. I'm not even drinking every week. But I think that it probably adds up because of what I am drinking is really, really high in sugar. I know it's knocking me out of ketosis. Here's a mess today. Knocking me out of ketosis and everything like that. But it tastes good. And it's taking my mind off the fact that I was in pain and everything. Once I stopped taking the pain medication. Like I said, not very often, but it could have done it. Number 3, I have not been able to exercise. Where I live in the South, it has gotten quite hot. The temperature is averaging around 100, and then with your heat index, with humidity, it can get up to like 105, 110 in a day. And that makes it a little difficult to go out and exercise. I'm also not really able to drive because of my shoulder, because every time I have been driving, I have set back my recovery. Just because the end of my collarbone was shaved off, and driving this motion is really difficult. The sort of up and down, reaching across. This sort of stuff is difficult for me. And my husband keeps telling me, well, you don't have to drive with 2 hands. You can drive with 1 hand. But I am not that good of a driver, or not that, my instinct is to take hold of the wheel in 10 and 2. And then if I do drive with 1 hand and there's any sort of startling, like it looks like someone's going to come into my lane, or a deer is going to cross the road or whatever, I grab the steering wheel like death. Yeah, Also not that great. But it'll get better. I'll be able to exercise more, or at least get out and be able to do stuff. Number 4, I was eating all the time. Because I haven't been able to do anything. I haven't been able to do housework. I've literally just been sitting, watching TV, playing video games, and that's it. Like, eating, the other thing. So I was keeping food, like, a thing of nuts or whatever near me, and I would just, whenever I was in any way bored, in pain, thirsty, hungry, bored again, I would eat. Not a lot, but I was just eating, which I know is bad. All these things I'm talking about are not the best thing. And the 5th thing, and probably the most damaging of the items, is that I have been eating to the point where I've been feeling sick, which means I'm overeating. I don't think I'm like stretching my pouch or anything, because if I can have 5 bites of food, and that makes me feel sick, because it's too much. It's not like I'm usually not even eating like a half a cup of food. But I eat too quickly, which I know, and that's been something that I've just kind of had to accept about myself, because I am just really crap at slowing down. So so I've been eating to the point where I've been making myself nauseated. And I know that that's not good. I know that means it's too much food. I'm not dumping or anything. There's been a couple of times close, really, really close. I'm like, excuse me, I must step away for a moment. Spend some time in the loo, just chilling out, just in case. But these are all things that I have to work on. Like I said, I weighed, like 2 weeks ago, I weighed 191, and now I weigh 180. When I weighed myself yesterday, it was 187. So, it's less. It's definitely, I'm starting to lose that weight. I just need to get back down to the 181 instead of the 187 or the 191, because it took me forever to get from like 186 to closer to 180. It's sort of disappointing to myself, because I was 1 pound over my goal. My goal has always been, I've always said 140 to 180. And I was there, and I'm not there anymore. So that's how regain can happen. Everyone has their things where regain will happen. Oh, Bo's moving the laptop, in case you're wondering. Where regain will happen, can happen. Your body can fluctuate as many as 4 pounds in a day based upon your input and output. If you're not peeing as much, if you're not pooing, if you're drinking more and you're not peeing, then you can actually gain 4 pounds, 3.5 to 4 pounds a day, and that can be a fluctuation. So, that's not that much in the big scheme of how much weight most of us have actually lost. Other than that, I'm still in size 14 clothes. I haven't shot myself out of, back up to a higher size or anything. So that's it. That's my story for the week. I hope everyone is great. I hope everything is great. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, message me. You can also find me on Instagram and various things like that. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.